Hey everyone, just an update on the tablet that I've talked about. So in my last video, I gave a full rundown of all of the mods that I've done to my 2021 Yamaha Tenere T7. And one of those is moving away from more traditional navigation devices like Garmin and adding a tablet. And in that other video, I gave a brief sort of introduction on the benefits of the tablet. So in this video, I'm going to go into deeper depth and talk about all of the features and functionality of the tablet, as well as how I've mounted it and what I needed to do to run power to it as well. Okay, stay tuned. Thanks. Okay, so here's the tablet mounted in landscape. And for 99% of the time, I'm going to mount this or have it in this orientation. You can move it to right up to portrait mode as well, but as you can see, it's not going to work very well in portrait mode unless specifically you're running a road book, and I'll show you the road book a bit later. But most of the time it's going to be mounted in landscape mode, and it is an Android, so it has all of the features of an Android. So that's one of the big reasons I moved from Garmin to a Android type of device so that I can run things as simple as Gaia maps. Okay, so I can run Gaia. Now you can run that on your phone as well, but as you can see, this is a much bigger screen. Here's an update. You know, it just provides much better clarity and viewing than trying to look at Gaia on your phone. So, of course, because it's Android, it also doubles as a computer. You can use it for many things. You could use it for email, right? I can check my email on it. I can watch Netflix on it. I can listen to music on it. So there's many different things. I often use for navigation. I often use when I'm in the cities. I often use Waze. So if you're familiar with Waze, Waze is great. You can also use Google Maps. And one of the great things that it has is OpenStreetMaps. So for those of you that are familiar with those OpenStreetMaps, I find it really beneficial for navigating when you're off-road, because believe it or not, OpenStreetMap has a lot more off-road mapping than I've found on Google or other devices as well. So the kind of the home screen for this is what I'm running it's called the Drive Mode Dashboard 2. So on this feature, you can actually you can run this all the time as you're just running down the street sort of thing. And with this, you have quick access to 6 different applications. So as I mentioned, I'm in British Columbia, so I can get easy access to back road maps with this, or I can just jump back with the push of a button and I can go back to dashboard and I can get trail forks or GPS Gaia or OpenStreetMaps. So again, I find OpenStreetMaps really beneficial and helpful. So that's what I like to do. As I mentioned, I mounted this device using a Rally Raid mapping, or sorry, a Rally Raid mount, and I mounted it on the crossbar here. So you buy this mount here from Rally Raid. It's not cheap. It's or shall I say, it's not inexpensive. It's really well made. It's probably about $100 from the UK. There are other options available for a lot less, but I didn't really want to skimp on something that's mounting a $700 or $800 tablet sort of thing. So the tablet is sitting in this case, this mount, and it has a slight locking device here. It's not the most secure, but I think it prevents some quick thefts. Another great feature of the app, or it's sort of the tablet itself, is it has a pen. So you can move things around with your stylus, and you can actually create routes quite easily in OpenStreetMap with your stylus, or use it for whatever other purpose or whatever apps you're running as well. And it just mounts in here. So as I mentioned, I bought the mount itself, or I would say the holder itself, from ProClipUSA.com, and the brand of the holder is called Brodit, and I think this is made, I believe it's made in Norway, but I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it works quite well, and again, great feature of it is you can, it has a swivel mount, so you can mount this in portrait. And I'm going to just show you the road book. So when you go to drive mode again, you can scroll, you can actually do mapping with drive mode as well. You can, from this screen, you can access any of your other apps that you have. You can adjust the brightness or the volume sort of thing as well. You can go back to the home screen. Let's get back in here again, and I'm going to show you the rally book, which is really, really cool. So here it is here. So here is the rally book. So if you had any rally PDF versions of your rally book, you would just load them in here. So I do have some in here. Yeah, so here I've loaded a road book PDF file, and so you can just make this a little bit larger if you want, and then you can just scroll. Now, it does come with a handlebar controller that you would mount down somewhere on your handlebar, and that you would from there you'd scroll up or down on the tablet. I don't have that attachment, but I'm certainly going to get it, but that's pretty cool. So back in June of this year, I mounted this on my Husqvarna 350, and I ran a couple of road book events in Wyoming, and it was pretty amazing. So I'm going to show you actually how I mounted this on my Husky as well. So as I was mentioning, I ran a road book rally on my Husky 350 in Wyoming this year. And what I did to mount that same tablet, the Active3 tablet with the road book function, I just bought one of these mounting devices. My power cord's just hanging from it. And I took off the Renthal pad and I just mounted it to the handlebars. And then I used the same Rally Raid mount that I'm using on my T7 on the back of the Samsung tablet holder, and I just mounted it here, and I mounted the tablet in portrait mode. And honestly, I was thinking that this was going to rattle like crazy and I wouldn't be able to read the road book, but interesting enough, it was more stable on this bike mounted to the handlebars than it is on the T7 mounted where it is there. Although it works really well on the T7 there, but I was really impressed how it worked here. So there you go. That's another option if you're running any road books, road book events. Not the official ones, but there's some out there that are just for fun, and that's what I was doing. They will allow you to run a digital road book. So here's another purpose for the Samsung Active 3 tablet.